Now let's talk about schools. Yesterday we had a conversation here on how the schools are getting ready to reopen as they started yesterday. Well, today JoyNews checks in the newly created Savannah region reveal that not even a single senior high school in all the 7 districts in the region has received PPEs as at the time that this report was filed today. COVID-19, as you know, has been one of the biggest issues, and even as the final year and second year gold students go to school, our Savannah regional correspondent Isaac Nonya visited 2 of those schools in the Damango and the West Gonja municipality. He's reporting that in Deura Jakpa SHS Technical and Damango SHS that are located in Damango in the West Gonja municipality are without PPEs. Management of the 2 senior high schools there have since yesterday decided to allow the students to walk into their dormitories without the PPE. But we can also go to the OT region. Our correspondent Peter Seno in OT has that story. In the OT region, the story is different. A number of the senior high schools there have taken delivery of their PPEs, and they did that on Monday as the schools reopened. A close look at Kejebi Asato Senior High School there, and students were made to stay off the dormitories until the arrival of PPEs at about 5 p.m. and then they were checked in. Some of the students say they were not happy about the process of having to wait for the PPEs to be ready before they were allowed into the dormitories. Peter Seno is our correspondent for the OT region. Peter also joins me with details. Hello, Peter.
Good afternoon.
Right, good afternoon, Peter. Peter, what more can you report?
Well, the report we put out yesterday was that was KJB Asato Senior High School, where students had to wait the whole day until 5:30, no, a few minutes after 5 p.m. when the PPEs arrived. And so that was when the students were checked in, and then they told JoyNews that they were not happy about that situation. You know, they had to come far away from their various destination and had to wait at the school's garage until 5 p.m. So that was what we can put up. But the PPE, though, arrived late. They were distributed to them, and then the teachers had theirs early this morning.
Okay. There were earlier...
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, Peter.
Yes, today I'm moving with the Deputy Regional Minister, Maxwell Kofi Blagboji. We have moved to 4 schools right now. We went to the Kunya Senior High School, the Sapaman Senior High School, the Bowring, and now we are in the Rawa Senior High School. Generally, they have received their PPEs, but heads we have spoken to say it's not enough. The PPEs aren't enough for them to manage. And then in the day schools, where it's purely a day school, the problem now is about feeding because nobody is providing catering services for them. And so the teachers are complaining about how they will have to go to town and then get food and then come back to campus to do their normal teaching. And then generally, we can also report that students are not reporting as expected. Though teachers, 90%, 100% have reported, students are just trickling in. Out of 600, you can get about 30, 35 reporting. Out of 1,040 something, you can have about 50 or so reporting. And so generally, students are not reporting, but teachers are on duty present and ready to work. Although the PPEs, they say, are insufficient.
Yeah, well, they said the PPEs are insufficient. What did you witness being given to them, first of all?
Well, they have given them a white, hand-sewn, face mask.
Okay, face mask.
Which has been embossed with the coat of arms, and then a bottle of hand sanitizer.
So they get bottles of hand sanitizers, they get face masks, and what else? Did they get tissue paper, because it was part of the things that President Akufo-Addo mentioned? So they're supposed to get face masks, tissue paper, sanitizers. Exactly. Are they getting all of those?
Yes, a bit of issue with those ones too. Some do not come with the various pipes that will have to be fitted onto them. And then others to the lids got mixed up, maybe during packaging. And so some, the containers are bigger than the lids are smaller than the containers. And so those are a few bottlenecks.
So the Veronica buckets doesn't have an outlet, like it doesn't, there's no place where people can open the water.
Exactly. So the taps to be connected to it, got missing maybe during the packaging or transportation. And so they cannot use them.
Did they complain about these things and also the fact that the things they were receiving were inadequate to the deputy minister?
Exactly. He is only assuring them that he can only refer back to his superiors and make those necessary arrangements, and then they'll be sorted out. Right now, he's in a meeting. Would have loved to speak to him, but he's in a meeting with the rural school authorities. That is how come we are unable to speak to him now, Gifty.
Interesting. I'm sure that we'll get more on JoyNews Prime, Peter. But you've been to 4 schools, you say, and out of the 4 schools, of all the 4 schools, they've received their PPEs, but the teachers and the head teachers are complaining that they are inadequate. There is also nobody to cook for them, so they have to go out and buy food and come back to the school to teach.
Yes, the no food issue has to do with purely day schools. Schools that are running day.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Peter, thank you. We'll look forward to the report, JoyNews Prime, later this evening. Peter Seno is our OT regional correspondent. Let's wrap that up with what's happening with in the Savannah region. Over there, we're told that about 7 districts in that particular region, and they have not received our JoyNews checks in the newly created region has revealed that not a single senior high school in all of the districts in that particular region have received any of their PPEs. I was supposed to speak with Isaac Nonya, who will give us details of that. We've lost Isaac. As and when we get him, we'll try and bring that to you.